everybody, and welcome back to Get Sharp. I am Joe Fortenbaugh. The start of the 2011 NFL season gets underway Thursday in Green Bay as the defending champion Packers play host to the New Orleans Saints. I'm at the Las Vegas Hilton Race and Sportsbook today, joined by the VP of Race and Sports Operations here at the Hilton, Jay Kornegay. Jay, pleasure. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Jay's going to take a little time out of his day today to discuss the Packers and Saints game, what he's seen from working here at the Hilton, and hopefully it'll shed some light on what you guys should be doing heading into Thursday night's action. So Jay, let's get right to it. Where did you guys open this game, and what was the rationale that kind of went into figuring out the spread for these two high-powered offenses?
Well, Joe, first of all, we opened this game back in April, so it's been quite a few months. We get about 4 or 5 guys together. We make our own numbers, and then we get together in our own little war room and kind of battle it out. And we opened this thing at 4, way back when. But it was a number that I thought was relatively simple. We thought in power ratings, we thought the Packers were just a little better. We do anticipate the Saints to step it up after a down year. Of course, there's a lot of other factors, the Super Bowl hangover, the target that will be on the Packers' back. The NFL is so, I would say, level, okay? The parity is unbelievable. We got the Packers that were just, barely made the playoffs and then make a run and win the Super Bowl. The year before, the Saints actually lost their last 3 games of the regular season and then go on to win the Super Bowl. You never know what's going to happen, but after discussing it with my crew, we came up with -4 in April on this game.
That's actually where it sits today. By game time kickoff Thursday night, do you see this number changing at all?
Yeah, well, it has changed over the months. We actually were open at 4, went up to 5 for a while, and then it came back down to 4. There's a lot of people out there, smart money, that's following the Saints team, and they think that they're primed for a great year. I think they're really deep at running back, even though they lost Bush. Ingram's there, Thomas is healthy, Sproles is going to fit in really well there. And the Packer side of it, they're strong as ever. They had a lot of injuries last year, and that's why in the middle to late part of the season, the Packers were really struggling. But despite all those injuries, they came through, got hot, and obviously won it all. The Packers, for the most part, the only weakness I could see in their game might be the pass protection. They had some shuffling around on their offensive line, but otherwise, they're pretty much set. It's 2 of the top teams in the NFL facing off in this first game.
Speaking of the Packers, in your opinion, a lot of people are very high on this football team this year. A lot of people are going to pick them to repeat. They don't see much weakness between the offense and the defense, and a very well-coached staff. Do you think this team is as good as advertised, or do you think they could be in line to stumble a bit because of the Super Bowl hangover?
Well, the Super Bowl hangover, despite, it's kind of cliche a little bit, but it's true. It's hard. I mean, that desire after you've won the game, you've hit the pinnacle of your profession. You just might have that extra edge that you had at the end of last year. That desire, that hunger to win it all is just not there. Plus, like I said before, the target that's on your back, okay? Everybody's going to give their best against Super Bowl champs. I don't care if it's week 2, week 1, week 14, week 15. Everybody that they play, that other locker room's going, hey, these are the Super Bowl champs.
They're going to get their best shot.
That's it, yeah. So, but I think the Packers, overall, they are really good. They won it despite all those injuries. I can't find too many weaknesses with them. I think, they got a 1-2 punch with Grant and Starks. I think they're going to play the hot hand there. I personally like Starks a little better. But they have a great receiving core. They did it without Finley. Finley's back. He's an awesome target. And, of course, Jennings is one of the top receivers in the NFL. So I think that, do they deserve to be one of the top-ranked teams in the NFL? Absolutely.
2 high-powered offenses, 2 Pro Bowl quarterbacks. This is a game a lot of people would think we'd see a lot of points on the board. Where do you guys have the total at right now? And do you think there's any value left on either side?
Well, yeah, we're a little concerned about this, to tell the truth, because I don't know how you can play it under. I mean, if you go back and look at the history of this game, the Saints actually played this game last year as defending champs, and they only scored 14 points at home against, Minnesota. I was thinking 14-9 or something like that. In fact, if you look at this tradition of the Super Bowl champ hosting the first game Thursday night prior to the kickoff weekend, the home team, the defending champ, is 7-0. Not against the spread, but they are 7-0. So the Super Bowl champion, defending champion, has done very well here. But this game here just looks like a shootout to me. I mean, we're kind of concerned about it because we have two of the best offenses. We open this thing 46. It's already up to 47.5. I think it might even go up to 48, maybe even 49 by kickoff, because I just can't see anyone really wanting to take the under here, because it's going to probably be good weather. We're not into the bad weather season yet, so everything points to the over, and the average Joe might have a field day with this game.
When you see Drew Brees and you see Aaron Rodgers, you don't think defense, you don't think low scoring, you think a lot of points. So that number makes good sense. It could continue to climb. Let's talk about team totals lastly here. Green Bay, you currently have at 11.5 wins on the season. New Orleans, you have at 10. What have you seen from the public so far? Do they like the overs on both teams? Do they expect big seasons, or do they think there might be a little bit of a slip up for someone like, say, the Packers?
Well, the Packers, was up there. They're 11.5. We opened this thing 11.5 under -125. We're currently 11.5 under 165. So some of the sharp money has come in on the Packers underneath, and I think that's more of a less just trying to bet the Super Bowl champion under. 11.5 is a big number. If anything goes wrong, they can easily win 11 or 10 games, plus the Super Bowl factor. The Saints, on the other hand, we opened 10 flat, and now it's 10 over, I believe, -155. So a lot of money coming in on the Saints over, and I think so. You look over the Saints' schedule; they got a very favorable schedule. Despite opening in Green Bay, they have a very favorable schedule, and they look to have all the pieces in place after a down year.
There you have it, folks. Jay Kornegay, the VP of Race and Sports Operations here at the Las Vegas Hilton Sportsbook. Jay, thanks a lot for your time. We appreciate it. Good luck with the game tonight, everyone.